In this video, we are going to discuss the reasons why I decided to start this community and what my future goals are with it. So, with that being said, let's get to it. I'm your host, Joe Verkoyak, and I would like to welcome you to the community. I am the father of a son that has schizoaffective disorder, and it has been pretty rough on the family for the last 10 years, and it gets frustrating at times. But about 2 weeks ago, I looked out the window at my daughter's house and I saw my son going over there, and he knocked on the door. And she answered the door yelling at him. And he didn't yell back or argue with her or anything, which is like pretty strange for him. Usually he's pretty aggressive because he has spontaneous aggression disorder. And he just turned around and walked away. And I could see on his face that he had sincere pain. He was really hurt by this. And he just like walked away. And I sat there on the couch thinking about it. Before you guys say anything about it, no, my daughter was not being mean to him or anything like that. My daughter's an absolute sweetheart, and she's just frustrated because he goes over there every day and he's harassing her, pounding on her door, kicking in her door, climbing through her windows, stealing her stuff, just like it's horrible, and she's frustrated with it, and I completely understand why. And when I'm sitting there and I was thinking about it, the whole family's stressed out like that. With all the services that my son's been to over the years, not one single one, none of them has ever offered any kind of help with the family. They didn't even tell us what his disorders are about. They left it up to us to like figure that out. They just said like, oh, he's diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. Well, all right, well, what's that? They never told us. I had to do years of research trying to figure out what's wrong with my kid. And it's a very complicated disease, or disorder, not really a disease, it's a disorder. And sitting there, and I thought about it, and I'm like, well, if there's nothing out there that's going to help people like us, I'm going to start something. And I'm going to build a community, and I'm going to ask people to like join in and try to help each other. If these counseling places and therapy places aren't willing to help the families, we're going to have to join together, and we're going to have to help each other. Mental illness is like stereotype. People are afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to like be labeled. And I can understand that. Like, I'm not really a person that wants to throw my business out there or anything. And I think I have to take that first step to be able to get society to get rid of these stereotypes so that people can actually stop being afraid of getting help and be able to find the right kind of help, because that is very difficult. There's psychologists, there's psychiatrists, there's counselors, there's social workers, so there's like all kinds of different departments But you can't just go to anyone. You have to find one that works for you, one that is going to help the individual that's suffering, because you don't want to go to a place where they just want a paycheck. So they're not going to really help you, because if they really help you, well, you're not going to come back no more. So my family is very lucky that we found Dr. S. And shout out to Dr. S. If he sees this video. I hope in the future that he becomes part of this community, and maybe I get some interviews with him to explain some of these disorders and illnesses a little bit better, because I'm no doctor. I'm no psychiatrist or psychologist or counselor. I didn't go to school for any of this. But over the years of living with a person that has these disorders, I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of research on different disorders. And what we could do for the coping mechanisms for it. And it's a very complex problem, because every illness and every disorder, there's a spectrum. And let's take anxiety, for instance. A common anxiety problem that people have is speaking in front of people. And one person could go in front of a group of people and just be nervous about it. And they'll be able to get through their speech or their talk or whatever, and they'll be perfectly fine. But they're a little bit nervous, getting up there. And then you could take another person in the same group of people, and they could be absolutely terrified and unable to function, let alone give a speech or anything. They just wouldn't be able to do it. And that's also anxiety. It's the same disorder, but a different severity. And the majority of these illnesses and disorders are the same way. So if I do an interview with a person, or I'm talking about depression, you can't say, oh, he don't know what he's talking about, or she don't know what she's talking about, because I have depression. It's not like that. Well, no, that person still has depression. It's just different than yours. The severity is different. So we need to get rid of these stereotypes and try to classify a whole group of people because of the thought of one person's perspective of a disorder. You also have to remember that there's different coping skills and different things that you can do to help with these disorders and illnesses, and something that didn't work for you might work for someone else. So if you're not part of the Facebook community, which is also named Helping Families with Mental Disorders, if you're not a member, go check it out. And there it will give you an opportunity to talk to other people that have similar problems, talk to other families that have similar problems, and you might find something that works for you. Or something that didn't work for you, you could talk about it and say, hey, this didn't work for me, but it might work for you, and you never know, it might help. Like with my own personal depression, it was severe. I came to a point where I decided I was going to kill myself. And something happened. And I know it's not going to happen for everyone else. And in a later episode, I'll talk about my personal story. But I know that what happened to me, what got me out of my depression, probably ain't going to work for you. Because it's my own story. It's my own experience that brought me out of it. So, never put down another person because they tried something. Or don't feel bad because you tried something and it worked for them, but it didn't work for you. You just need to keep looking to find the thing that works for you. And if something is just sort of working for you, well, go ahead and use that, but continue to look for something that really works, because eventually you're going to find something, and you're going to be able to live your life without all the stress, without all the depression, all the anxiety, all the animosity. You'll be able to live your life so much better once you're able to put that off to the side. But you have to understand there's a difference between an illness and a disability. I'm going to do another video on what the differences are, but you never know. There's like a fine line there where like you're going to be able to get treatment and like everything will be fine again, and then there's other like a disorder you like it really don't go away. You're going to like have to go to counseling and therapy most likely for the majority of your life to learn these coping skills, and you're definitely going to have to be on some kind of medication because like you're going to have chemical imbalances and like all kinds of things come with disorders. So we'll get deeper into that on a different video. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this. I know it's my first video and I only have one right now, but I need subscribers. I need people to watch these videos. More, like I need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of video to be watched before I'm capable of funding this project, because I'm not rich, far from it, and I can't keep sinking money and time into something, but I feel that I need to, because if this community can save one person's life, it's definitely worth it. And I don't know how much content I'm going to be able to put out at first, simply because I work a full-time job as a truck driver. I own a couple houses, properties, vehicles. Like I have a lot on my plate, and everyone knows life is hard enough to be juggling around, let alone having a family member that has a disorder. And you have to put a lot of your time, a lot of your energy focusing on that individual to make sure that they are okay. So I'm going to do the best that I can to make these videos. Please bear with me because I have absolutely no experience at this at all. I didn't plan on starting a community. I didn't plan on making a YouTube channel or shooting videos or anything. I just realized this 2 weeks ago and threw this all together in 2 weeks. So this kind of a big step for me because, like I said, I'm out of my comfort zone. And this ain't normally something that I would do. I really don't like talking my business, but like I said, it's really important because families out there, they need the support. And we need to start taking care of each other because the system is broken, the system has failed, and there's no avenues left for us to take. So I think I'm going to wrap this video up for right now. And like I said earlier, go ahead and subscribe, and I would like to see this community grow because I am really trying to help. And I believe once we get this community going, it will help you or someone else. So I would like to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you watched the whole thing, because I know like it's something new. It's kind of boring. No real topic. So thank you for watching, and hope that you have a wonderful day. I want to throw one more thing in, is if you ran across this, there's a good chance that you are suffering with something right now. And it's really, really important. So if you didn't listen to any of this, please listen to this last thing. If you need help, go get it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be worried about being labeled crazy, because you're not crazy. I'd say a lot of society has problems like this. But go get help. Call your doctor. Go talk to your doctor. And if it's really bad and your doctor is not able to get you in when you need to get in, call 911 and just say you're struggling right now and you need help. And ask for the police to come and pick you up and bring you to the hospital so that they can do a evaluation and get you some help that you need, because you are important. No matter how you feel or what you think, you are important. Someone out there really loves you. No matter how you feel about that, there is someone. And if you're so down and you don't want to talk to the people that love you because you're afraid of what they're going to say or they're going to be upset with you, join the community. And we will be there for you. We'll do the best that we can to talk to you and work with you and hopefully get you through that one more day or whatever it takes until you're able to get to your doctor and get some real help. So thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.